What you're about to see is taken from Rebel Base, IGN's weekly Star Wars show.
And here's Eric to tell you all about why you should be reading Star Wars: A New Dawn.
Thanks a lot, guys. Kicking off this segment, I know we're talking a lot about Star Wars Rebels this week, so I figured what I would recommend is Star Wars: A New Dawn. Now, this was the book that came out last year, a few months ago, that really kicked off what we're considering the new era of Star Wars. Once they said that all the previous novels, all the previous expanded universe was not canon, this was the beginning of stuff that was official, that was canon, and very specifically, it was the introduction of some of the characters from Rebels. A New Dawn stars Kanan and Hera, two of the main characters in Rebels, and really tells the story of how they met and how they started to, really work together and get onto the path where we see them in Rebels. If you're a fan of the show, I think you'll really find a lot of this interesting, especially with Kanan, because there's a lot about his backstory that the show is touched upon, but the book gives you a lot more. There's actually some flashbacks to events around Revenge of the Sith era. Obi-Wan even gets to pop up in a little cameo. A lot of cool elements there for people who like that connective tissue. Also, I thought the book just overall was a strong book. I really admired that none of the characters in it were previously existing characters. Kanan and Hera were new, but so were all the Imperial enemies and other allies they have that we haven't seen on Rebels, which leaves us questions about where some of these characters ended up. I thought that was bold of them to say that, yes, we're going to bring back people you love too, but we can also introduce new characters and hopefully you will love them too. And I think they really succeeded. I liked a lot of those characters. There's a couple that were in that book I really would hope to see again in one form or the other. So with Rebels Season 1 just wrapping up, I think if you haven't checked out A New Dawn yet, you should. I think you'll really like it, and it'll give you a little more insight into some of these characters we're getting to know on the animated series.